because without I'll be breaking my own rules. So I'm going to go to Colin McNamara. I believe he's on the internet. Is that correct? Are we connected?
He is there.
Mr. McNamara, good evening.
Good evening. Hey, Colin McNamara, 47 Grandview Street.
Welcome back.
First off, I want to congratulate everyone that's newly elected. The Dems had a clean sweep again, and you guys have a lot of reason to celebrate your victory for the party, and Jeff Luxembourg has been celebrating, that's for sure. I want to speak briefly about a commercial I saw Mayor Moran cut, where he encouraged everyone that had a dissenting viewpoint from the Democratic Party to remove their yard signs that supported their political party. And I think he said it was in poor taste and it was lowering property values. And I agree, it is in poor taste. They're using the same colors as the Ukrainian flag. And they really need to get with the times and use the white and blue like the Dems to support Israel. We got to go from one proxy war to the next. So that's good. I don't think the signs really lowered property values, but I do think plummeting school performance and a parkade that's been stifled for 10 plus years, along with multiple schools that sit vacant, may actually affect property values. But because we've had like $10 trillion pumped into the economy, the property values just going through the roof, where it's unaffordable for most people to even own a home. But that's the plan for the future. You're going to own nothing and be happy. So I recently attended this walk that was put on by Desegregate Connecticut. I didn't realize we lived in a segregated state, but I guess we do, because this nonprofit that falls under the banner from the Regional Planning Authority, they're actually an organization out of New York. They're not even incorporated or registered in Connecticut, but they have all these ideas to desegregate Connecticut because we live in such a racist society. And I guess the organization was started by Luke Bronin's wife, who's another all-star Democrat, which is great. But I went on this walk, and they went around and spoke about how they wanted to infill the downtown with more people and, stack and pack, build higher and not outward, so it's more walkable. And they also said that we're going to have more public housing available for people that's subsidized by the state. And when I asked about how more public housing is going to increase our property values, I think Peter Kensington, he's the leader of Desegregate Connecticut, he didn't want to talk about it. He ignored the question, but that's par for the course. But I did go online and looked at some of their funders who contribute like over $250,000, $100,000, and it's all like commercial real estate developers and billionaires, people on the Forbes financial list, American Express, Blackstone Group, Amazon, AT&T, JP Morgan Chase, MasterCard, Prudential, Goldman Sachs, Google. These are all huge corporations. They don't give a hoot about the common person, but they do care about corporate profits. And they know if they get this passed and get this kind of program through, they're going to be able to invest in their real estate development and suck up all that housing share where they're going to rent to you and you're not going to own a house. So that's charming. And it's all available on their website. You just got to go on it. I talked to the people at the meeting, about the walk about this too, and they also said there's no relation. Their opinions have no weight. But if they're funding to the tune of millions of dollars for this nonprofit, I think they probably are going to push their agenda and not the agenda of the normal person. That's just a hunch. I don't know. I'm not a political scientist, so I'm not sure. But you really got to be apprehensive about people that come from outside of the state to tell you how you're going to run your town, and they're backed up by billions or trillions of dollars of corporate money. And one other thing I want to speak on is the parkade. It's a asphalt lot, and I guess use it for some COVID mass distribution, maybe a vaccine clinic or two. It's not getting much use, so we need more use of that. So I realized that there's a migrant crisis now, and New York City, who had been a sanctuary city, is now saying we don't have any more room for the migrants, send them somewhere else. So Connecticut is a sanctuary state, thanks to Jeff Luxembourg, who helped get that passed as a bill sponsor. And we need to, start showing, living by our values and actually bringing more migrants in. So I thought there's a big tent on Randall's Island in New York that's flooding, and that's where they're housing like thousands of migrants. it would be a great opportunity for the town to put up a huge circus tent and then invite migrants to come and live here. And the government's going to pay us millions of dollars to house these people temporarily. It's not going to have any effect on crime or anything, that's for sure, even though there's been a couple of bum stabbings down on the Parkgate area recently, the past couple weeks. But Department of Homeland Security has announced they're
Thank you, Mr. McNamara.
$770 million.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. You can wrap up. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot. See you next time. Appreciate it.
See ya. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, Lynn, you want to come up? Yes.